This video intended for entertainment and informative purposes only, but the live commentary may not reflect this rating. Viewer discretion is advised. Hey everybody, it's ColonelCollect999 and welcome to my redone Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda, which is being redone now that I have a capture card. This game came out in 1986, I believe, for the Famicom Disk System, and came out and was released in the United States for the NES in 1987, and was re-released in Japan on the Famicom on a cartridge in 1994, I think. And in this, oh well, let's just go ahead and get started. Press start. And this was, if I'm not mistaken, I think this was the first game ever to have like a save data, like a save files in it. So register your name means create a new file. Elimination mode means delete a file. So go ahead and delete this one. All right. Now let's do register our name. Let's type in... My tummy's growling. Let's type in link. Perfect. Now let's start with this file. Fortunately, I can't copy save files, so once I save... Yeah. Welcome to Hyrule, where we play as Link. Alright, starting off your basic controls. Use the D-pad to move is 4-directional. Press a start to view your equipment screen. And a select is a generic pause. Alright. Sorry about that. So first, let's start by going in here. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. Well, yeah, we wouldn't want to go out into the unknown wild without a weapon. So here we get a wooden sword. Perfect. So press A to use your sword, and if you have full health, you can shoot beams with your sword. But again, only if you have full health. It will not work if you don't have full health. Head up here, we have our first enemy. These are Octoroks. And they spit rocks, which damage you, but, if it will do it. If you have your shield up, you can block their rocks. Now, when you use your sword, you are vulnerable for a brief moment because you put your shield to the side, as you saw. And as I said before, if you don't have full health, you can't use your sword beams. So yeah. Ooh. We get a if an enemy happens to drop a fairy, that will restore your health by 3 hearts. A normal heart will restore by 1 heart, and it also dropped something called a rupee. A rupee is right here. That was a rupee. A rupee is the general currency in the world of Legend of Zelda. A glowing rupee is worth 1 rupee, and a blue rupee is worth 5 rupees. See? Now, what I would suggest is, yeah, there's a blue rupee right there. What I would suggest is, honestly, if you think you can, try to fight any enemy you see, because you're going to need a lot of rupees in this game if you want to get everything. And, you can also hold a maximum of 255 rupees. There are, however, easy ways to get rupees in this game, which I will go over when the time comes. So we had up here. These enemies right here are called levers. Basically, these red ones right here. Ow, I got hurt there. They will basically appear right in front of you. Oh, right in front of you. That clock. They basically appear right in front of you, or behind you, or to your side. And that clock we picked up. Basically, that will freeze all the enemies on the field and allow you to kill them easily. But it will go away when you transition to screen. That enemy right there is called a Zora. And basically what it does is it appears in the water, and you can damage it, but it will take 2 hits with your wooden sword. So you can't really kill it too easily. And it will also always respawn if you leave the screen. You cannot block its projectiles because it's a magic attack. Ow! Okay, I was not expecting that. Alright, head up here. Zoras will pretty much appear anytime that there's water. Right here we have these blue Octoroks, which will take one more hit. 2 hits instead of 1. There we go, they're dropping hearts. They never seem to drop hearts when you need them, though, so I'm kind of surprised they're dropping them now. There you see? Oh, jeez. If you can hit the Zora twice, you can kill it, and it will probably drop something. But right here, we have this little tree stump that looks like a face. And if we go inside, this is level 1. So basically what you're trying to do is you want to go around Hyrule and you want to find these labyrinths. And inside these labyrinths there will be a Triforce piece. A piece of the Triforce of Wisdom. Oh, we can't see it on the screen. We can only see it in the overworld. We're trying to collect all 8 pieces of the Triforce of Wisdom in order to rescue Zelda and defeat the enemy Ganon, as we saw in the intro. Now, this door right here is locked, and we need a key to open it. But, something that I think you can only do in the first dungeon is that if you exit, and then re-enter, I don't know why this happens, but this door will actually open up, allowing you to save a key. But, on this channel, we don't like to abuse glitches, so, I actually went and reset the game. And, let's do this proper. So first, let's go into this room right here. And we do have a map up there in the corner that's telling us where we are. These enemies right here are called keys. They're just bats, really. Basically, they'll fly around, but eventually they will stop to rest, and then you can probably hit them easily. And beating all of them gets you a key, so we can now open that door. But, if we go into this room... Sorry about that. We have some more enemies. These are called Stalfos. And, now the keys don't ever drop anything. The Stalfos will, though. See that one? Drop the key. This one actually is holding a key. You can kind of see inside it. And you get a key for beating that one. You can leave the rest of them, but... I'm going to defeat them. I'm going to try to fight as many enemies as I can. Unless they do a lot of damage, because, like I said... They can drop rupees, and you're gonna need a lot of rupees in this game. They also can drop other things, which we'll get into. So, let's use a key. Go through this door. Alright, we got more Stalfos in here. Ooh, fairy, okay. Didn't really need it. Fortunately, we can't just leave the room and go back, keep the fairy there in case we need it. So after beating all this, well, that one Stalfos was holding a key. This time you actually need to defeat all of them to get a key. Now, we head in here. We have a bunch of keys in here. We don't need to beat them, so I probably won't, because they don't drop anything. But we have this, this right here is the compass. Now, the compass will basically tell you on the map where the Triforce piece is. Not where the boss is, but the Triforce piece. And if I actually pause right here, the map is actually kind of filling in the on the map in the pause screen. So you can So once you've but not on like the corner. So once you've gotten to a room, it'll be on this map, and you can find your way around that way if you need to. Okay, I'm actually gonna leave this one here. Alright, into this room. Got even more keys right in here, but we don't need to beat them, so I'm just gonna ignore them. And these enemies right here, these are called gels. So, if I push against this block right here, it does nothing. So we need to beat the gels first. They also never drop anything, so I guess if you don't want to fight them, you don't have to. But only after you defeat all the enemies in the room can you push this block. And that'll open this up. Eastmost Peninsula is the secret. I think he's basically telling you that if you want to go eastmost in the dungeon to find the Triforce piece. By the way, pro tip: don't attack the old men that you see in the dungeons because they don't take too kindly to that. And in here, got more gels, but we also have this. This is the dungeon map. And that will show the shape of the dungeon in the corner of the screen there, allowing you to easily find your way around here. And one pro tip I want to tell you guys, by the way. You remember how there was that one keys that we just didn't defeat? Well, typically if you defeat all of the enemies in a room, they might all respawn eventually. But if you just leave one, then if you come back, only one of them will spawn. So that's a pro tip if you want to make things easier, I guess. This room, we got more Stalfos. This one has a key. Shoot. I was about to get hit there. I don't know how much damage the Stalfos do. Ooh. I get that. In here. There's actually something important in here that we're going to want to get, so make sure you get it. These enemies right here, these are called Gorayas, or Goyras, I don't know. I think it's Gorayas. Basically, they throw these boomerangs that will rebound back to them, and you can block them with your shield. And there we go. You might have a harder time if you don't have your sword beams, so sorry about that. There we get another key. And then here we have these things, which are called blade traps. And basically, when you go in front of them, they will try to slice you. Like the Minecraft Dungeon Mobs mob, which the blade traps of that are actually blade traps from Zelda. Alright, get rid of... Alright, now push this to the side and go in here. Got more keys in here. Ah. In here we get the bow. So, the bow is, if we go into our items right here, like, it's up here, but we can't select it. That's because we don't have arrows for it. We're going to need to buy arrows in order to use the bow. And the bow is going to be required, for some things. I'll tell you, show you when that time comes. Let's be careful. Oh yeah, another thing about the map is that it actually shows you like which rooms are connected and like usually what rooms that are like one-way paths or something and like need to open a door for. So that's cool. Good on them. Ignore that little jelly. And we are out of keys. That's why using the tricks and like shortcuts is good because then you can save keys. We got more Gorayas in here. And you're gonna want to fight these guys actually because they actually drop something really useful. Ooh. First of all, this one dropped bombs. But he also dropped the boomerang. This is an you can basically if you pause, you can go and select items and then unpause and it'll be mapped to your B button. And press B, we can use the boomerang. The boomerang allows you to stun enemies, and so you can kill them easily. And it'll actually kill smaller enemies in one hit. like keys and gels as well. But he also dropped bombs, which is has a chance of dropping them. And sometimes if I use them on a wall, like this one right here, you can blast through to make a little shortcut. And that's a way you can save keys. See, and it now shows that that path is open on the map. Uh-oh, Stalfos are back. Bombs can damage enemies as well. I'm gonna try to fight the Stalfos if I can. Oh yeah, wait. I should demonstrate the boomerang. See? Kinda has an effect on their knockback as well. Wish that beeping would stop. We gotta get a heart if we want it to stop. Oh yeah, good show. See, I killed the gel, so it'll instantly kill small enemies and it'll stun big enemies. And also, as you saw, you can throw it diagonally as well if you hold the two buttons. You can also kind of fire to the side a little bit if you like immediately turn and hit the button at the same time. Now we head in here. These enemies right here are called Wall Masters. And these guys are annoying because if they hit you, they actually don't damage you. Oh, they do damage you. Well, they do half a heart of damage to you, and they carry you back to the start of the dungeon. Yeah, the jerks. I'm at half a heart. I gotta be careful. Probably gonna fight the enemies as we're on our way back, so I'll probably just cut to getting back to where we were. One strategy you can use for fighting these enemies is that they actually only turn another direction when they're on a tile. Like, see, right here. They kind of like only turn when they're on a tile, like this. If they're like between a tile, they'll never turn. So you can try to hit them when they're between tiles. Take advantage of that limitation. See, all of the keys respawned. But by leaving that one keys there, that one didn't respawn. Garrows are back too, so I'm gonna fight them. Now, I might try to avoid using keys if I can in certain scenarios. Like, if there's a wall that I know you can blast through, then I'll probably do it just to save keys. And also, I want to give a little bit of a disclaimer here. I am using maps for this playthrough. Now, Zelda 1, along with Metroid 1 and Metroid 2, and I guess Zelda 2 as well, not only are they just kind of difficult on their own, but they are really cryptic as well, and it's kind of hard to figure out where to go. So, I mean, if you want to try playing the game without using a map, no shame in doing that, but there's also no shame in using a map to figure out where to go during this, and I will be doing that for this playthrough as well. I have actually gotten through most of the game without using a map before. I did it once, except for the last level where I used the map because it's really big. So, for these Wall Masters, what I suggest doing is use the boomerang to throw the boomerang at them to keep stunning them until they stop coming out of the wall. Right? Once they've all come out, just smash them. There we go. We get that key. And now, you can go in here. This is the first boss of Legend of Zelda Aquamentus, a unicorn dragon. So, if you have the sword beams, it's a little bit easier, but all you really have to do is you need to hit its horn. So maybe try hitting it twice and then going back to avoid its fireballs. Oh, there you go, got it. And for doing that, we get a heart container. Every time you beat a boss in this game, you will get a heart container, which will increase your maximum energy by 1. And in doing that, we get the first piece of the Triforce of Wisdom, and getting this will heal you to full health. Perfect. Now we have the first piece of the Triforce of Wisdom. If we pause, we can see it right here. And now, what I'm going to do is, I I think this is a good place to stop the first episode, and what I'm gonna do is basically show you what happens when you die. You'll get this screen right here, and you've got continue, save, and retry. Now, I'm going to hit save right here because that will save your data, allowing you to turn off the game and resume anytime you want. So it doesn't have a password system. And that number up there, that one right there, that basically shows how many times you've died, how many game overs you've gotten. So if we start this file again. And I also should mention that every time you start the game, you will always start with 3 hearts. But there is a way around that I'll show you in the next episode. Now, you might be thinking, oh, so I have to die in order to save the game? No, actually. If you have a second controller, if you don't, you can plug the first controller into the second slot after you pause. What you want to do is pause the game using start, grab the second controller, press A and up at the same time. And that will bring up the screen, allowing you to save whenever you want. Now, continue. If I hit continue, well, you can just continue. But if I hit retry, basically what that does is, it goes back to the file select without saving. So, yeah, but another thing to mention about, the continue thing is I'm going to go back to level 1 to show this. I killed a Zora! So I'm going to go ahead and to level 1 and go inside. If I were to pause and pull up the save screen within the dungeon, and then I hit continue, it'll actually take me back to the start of the dungeon. So, if you happen to die in here, and hitting save will basically do a soft reset. But if you hit continue, you can just go back to the start of the dungeon. There's no lives in this game. You know, it's not like Star Tropics, which I actually have been playing lately. Really good game. You really should. Star Tropics, really good game. You should try it. But with that, I think, especially now that I've gotten a few more rupees, go ahead and save. I think we're going to stop the video here, and next time on The Legend of Zelda, I say maybe we run around Hyrule a little bit and just see what we can get. Try to get every collectible we can possibly get with our current abilities. See you guys then. Goodbye.